I want to congratulate Texas A&M. They were very prepared, very physical team today. Um, um, ran the ball well, threw it well, played great defense, put a lot of pressure on us, and give them credit. They were very physical, and our team is a little beat up. We've got a few injuries. I appreciate the effort, the fight that we had throughout the entire game. I thought when Snacks picked the pass that would springboard us, but we couldn't get anything done in the red area, and really in the second half offensively, couldn't get first down. Give A&M the credit. We've got a lot of work to do, but I like our kids. I think they'll come back and fight. But wasn't a good outing today.
Questions, please raise your hand. Remember to identify yourself.
Intervention of Sparkle Sports. Coach, you had another fourth down decision there late in the first half. You had the punt team out there, call a timeout, went for it. What went the decision to go for it there?
Well, it was 6 inches. You know, sometimes you make decisions on how everything's kind of feeling during the game and things of that nature. And you know, we hadn't stopped them. They'd missed a field goal, but we hadn't stopped them. And no matter where the starting point was, we had 3 timeouts left. I thought if we make the first down right there, that we could go down and either cut the lead to 1 or take the lead. And when we missed cut off on the backside, and Rocket got hit on it, and then we had them 3rd and 12, you know, right after that. And I'm thinking, okay, we're going to be fine. And they were almost out of field goal range, all those things. And they get a first down and score with 12 seconds left. The worst thing could happen off of certainly missing a 4th and inches. But that was a thought going into it. We hadn't been able to stop them. And I thought, we might could take the lead knowing they had the ball back as well. I know there's a risk too if you don't make it because you're sitting there at the 40. I just felt very confident about our short yardage. We had a really nice game plan. I thought we'd make it. We just didn't.
On the 4th and 1 plays, is there a schematic or a strategic reason for KJ not being under center on those plays?
No, not really. I mean, once he gets under center, the front on the defense is certainly going to change. Not really. We just felt, honestly, if we felt better about him sneaking, we would do that. But no, not really. Just the fact that they're going to have 5 guys within the A and B gap, and this week I felt really good that we're going to get the first down. I mean, we looked good in practice and this, that, and other, but just didn't happen.
So you started out pretty good on offense, 2 field goal drives, then something happened on 3rd down conversion. What led to lack of push, lack of pass protection?
I think though, Tom, when you look at it, we weren't any good when we went and got field goals. I mean, we were converting 3rd and 12 and 3rd and 8. You know what I mean? And we had 2 ugly plays and a first down, 2 ugly plays and a first down. And so we never really were in any kind of rhythm. If we got 4 yards running on first down, that was like really, really good, I think what happened is we quit converting those 3rd downs, because I think we converted our first 3 in a row. And then after that, we went on a dry spell. I'm not for sure if we didn't convert maybe 2 more at the entire game. You know what I mean? But most of them, besides the 4th and 1, most of them were lengthy in yards, 6+. And either we couldn't protect it, we couldn't get open, or we couldn't catch it if we got open. There wasn't many of those, so physically, they dominated us on the edge. they did exactly what we thought they would do, exactly. And, they were very aggressive. But we just never had really an explosive play until the game was really over. And that was on the last catch for a touchdown.
On sports. Coach, it looks like you put together a pretty good roster, but you're just having so much trouble protecting Gages. Why do you think that's been such an issue for all these men?
Well, I think part of it is, we're playing pretty good defensive ends, but you're going to play them every week. They've got good ones. Part of it is we're young. We got a lot of learning curve to do. We do have, in my opinion, the best tackles we have out there. You know what I mean? And sometimes
Chance to listen to the head hog right now here
sometimes,
on the show.
two of them
So we're
were
doing it.
on a 7-man protection where we're using the backs and the tight ends, and they were blitzing it. They blitzed it twice and got to us on that. Sometimes we're holding the ball too long, and sometimes there's no time to hold the ball. You're on your back. So I think we have really a lot of good on good reps during the week, which makes us strain and things of that nature. But if I knew the answer to how we could protect him better, obviously last week we tried to move a little bit more, roll a little bit. We had success with those. They were 5 and 6 yards. They weren't, 60, but they were success. And we tried to neck it and boot. We tried it on the first or second play of the game, and they had a blitz into it. And I don't know if we got sacked on that or he got back to the line of scrimmage. It seemed like the times we were trying to get the ball, the movement, the protection outside, get it away from, having to just go win one-on-one. They blitzed into it. So got a lot of work to do. But I think we can I still think we've got a good enough offensive line to protect it. I do. We're just not doing it right now. Somebody. It's not 5 of them. It's somebody. And as you well know, if one of them has trouble, you're in trouble. We're just not as consistent as what we have been in the past.
Were you pleased with the offensive strategy and play calling today, or is it just you can't protect, so it's helpless?
No, I don't think so. I mean, we tried to run stretch. We tried to run inside. We tried to run some counter type situations. On our first stretch play, we threw the ball out to the bubble, and it was a mile wide open hole, and we just, we threw it outside to the bubble and got no yards on the play. That's a little bit part of the RPO thing is, I wish he'd have gave it at that point. Well, you can't do that. You just got to go off of reads and things of that nature. But, Trey, to answer your question, we tried everything that we had practiced that we thought would work, and it didn't.
Susan with the Hawk Sports Network. How's the status of the young man who's injured? Do you have any word on
John Morgan, he had movement everywhere. He was good spirits isn't the word, but he was communicative. He visited with me. He said, "Coach, I'm fine," but he did have some soreness in his neck. So they took the precautionary, which they should, and they're good at what they do, and they took care of him. But he had movement in everywhere, and he's at the doctor. Luke has broke his clavicle on that first or second play of the game. Nudie got a concussion. I think there was one more. I can't remember right now. Who? McLaughlin got a concussion.
Sam, you've been coaching a long time, 7 sacks, 15 tackles for loss. Can you ever recall them?
Oh, man. Let me think. Hmm. Oh, I'm sure when I was a line coach, somebody dominated me like that, but if it was, I'd try to forget about it, but hell, you don't have many games like that ever. So I'm sure I did. I think when I was in Missouri, I think we played Colorado or something, they sacked us like a gazillion times. But I can't, it might have been Colorado. I don't remember.
Sam, is that a season-ending deal for Luke, or?
I would assume so, I had a running back when I was coaching at Trenton High School that got it in the first game, and he came back for the last 2 or 3 in a 10-game season. I don't know if anybody come back faster, it'll be him, but now we're sitting in week 5 with 1 bye, 8 weeks. If we're fortunate enough to get bowl eligible, he might could be back for that maybe.
Then, what do you think of the A&M offense game? I know you got forced turnovers, which was good. What do you think of the game 5 in college? What do you think of their offense overall today?
I think they can run the football, quarterback's a good player. He made a mistake, there on the bubble, but where Snacks got it. But he's played a lot of football. He's won it. We lost 2 last year. But I think he took whatever we were giving him and did a nice job. We made some adjustments at halftime. I thought we're pretty good. We played a little bit better ball in the second half on defense. But we basically didn't stop them in the first half. They had it 4 times and scored 3 of the 4, missed a field goal. So his game plan was really good.
Yeah, Coach Evan Damico, Pixel Nation back here in the back corner. Yeah, right here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. So all offseason, you guys preached physicality and finishing it through 5 games this season. How would you assess the team's physicality level?
Oh, it's certainly not what we want it to be. Probably didn't look very good today. I would say last week better than today. And I'd say the week before not very good. Probably the week before that, not very good. The first game, how do you know? And we scored so much so fast. So to answer your question, probably not very good, which you knew the answer to that question, I think.
Great shot, buzz rating on that one. Coach, when you lose pass so early in the game, how much did that change?
Oh, man. I don't know. Man, he's so valuable. I didn't mean that negative. I did not. I didn't. It was an easy question to ask. He's so valuable to us, you go back to LSU and take him out of there, and what's it look like about like that? Not like that, but I'm talking about the big plays that he brings to us. Isn't that crazy? He's a freshman too, and you're talking about him. But we've got other guys that need to step up and have their opportunities, but losing him was a big blow to us offensively.
Coach, all right. Right here, Scotty Borden on Full Sports. That's a lot of one catch for yards today, and then how do you maybe get him unlocked a little bit, and then with the tight end still, what do you try to get going to maybe try to?
Well, we played Gums, and obviously, we've got 4 over there, and we were relying heavily on Has, and 30 was the guy kind of backing him up. So that's probably where we'll go. We may try to get Ty Washington cranked up a little bit more. What was the other? You had 2 of them.
Just
Yeah, I mean, that's one that we gotta figure out too, because, I mean, he's a really good receiver, I think. But guys, it's hard to throw the football when, you're on their back. I mean, or you're scrambling. So he might have been open a few times and just didn't have enough time to get him the ball. You know what I'm saying? So we know who he is and we know that we need to get him the football. Obviously didn't do a very good job of it tonight. And there's probably some sort of reason. Either he couldn't get open or we didn't have enough time to get him the football.
Coach, after 3 straight losses, you mentioned, being on your back and stuff a lot. Is it time to like reevaluate what you're doing offensively, or is it just keep practicing what we're doing?
Well, Trey, you always reevaluate. I mean, you always evaluate what you're doing, and the thing that is bothersome, because sometimes you go play somebody and they're doing something that you didn't practice. You know what I mean? They're putting this spy or whatever it may be, line movement that you didn't practice. What's bothersome about it is we practiced it, and what they gave us was we practiced it. And so I don't think we have too much offense in or anything of that nature. I don't know that you or I could say we do this, and this well. And so I think we thought the stretch play was going to help us, and we didn't do it very good either, so maybe it is cutting something back and just saying, okay, we'll run 4 plays and that's it. But whatever it is, didn't work at all tonight. And it's a legit question.
Heading into the Ole Miss game, what's your biggest obstacle with this team? I mean, after 3 losses, it's, it can weigh on your psyche, getting back to focusing on this game. What's the challenge?
Yeah, I like the team. I do. You guys, unfortunately or fortunately, you're not able to be in the locker room after the game. You know what I mean? So you don't really know what's in there. You know what I mean? I like our kids. I think we still have the team. I think they're fighting. We've got to coach better. In some areas, they have to play better. But I like the attitude of the team. It hurts them when they lose. So I think I didn't think we didn't fight today. I thought we got whipped. Offensively, especially. But I don't think we didn't fight, you know what I mean? And so when you lose the fights, when you're done, I don't feel that way at all, really, to be honest with you.
2 more questions. JLC, all Hogs, just eventful day on the special teams. What do you think of that unit's performance?
I thought we played pretty well until the punt return. We made our field goals, and kicked the ball well, punted well. We just, Smith had to return for a touchdown, and kind of sealed what was already. I mean, the game, the way we were playing offensively, be hard for anybody to think we were going to get it back in it, but that punt return sealed everything, But other than that, I thought we played pretty good. You can't take those away. You know what I mean? You can't take the 4th and 1 away. You can't take 3rd and 12 away. You can't take them away. You know what I mean? So as a unit, we gave up a touchdown return on a punt, but I thought every other play of special teams unit was pretty good. He had 2 good punt returns, so I guess.
Last question, Bob.
I need to talk to her too, if you don't mind. Go ahead, Bob.
people look at the score, might think the defense didn't have a very good game, but it really only gave 20 points, they really got you 10. What do you think of the defense? And kind of from what Trey said, I get the team's still fighting, but man, it's been a tough, 3 losses to pretty good teams. Now you have to all this now, Bangor, just on paper, it looks like a pretty tough road.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've known that for a long time, every time you go out there, there's always a chance you're not gonna win, you know what I mean? And so you're going, man, Lord, please let us win. And then, but the bottom line is, if you don't, what do you do? And the only way I know how to do it is you gotta go back and you gotta fight. I mean, you gotta evaluate what's wrong and try to fix it or throw it out and do something else. But I like our team, and I think they'll continue to fight. I think our coaches will. Defensively, we played well at all in the first half, and I thought we played really good in the second half. A lot better against what I think is good offense. I thought we had too many wide open guys in the first half, and too many long conversions on third down. I didn't think we needed to get that, but I thought we really played a lot better second half.
Sam, I don't feel like you talked about the defense. You got 3 turnovers today. No penalties today. How do you think your defense plays? I feel like they're getting better and better.
I think they are too, and they're playing more guys. They had different packages for different personnel. But Snacks picking that pass and scoring, then we come back and we get an opportunity. I mean, get a fumble on the 30-7 or 8. We kick a field goal, Same thing when I went for it on 4th and 1, that was on the 40 and they go score on us. It's just, we didn't take advantage of it. They did. But they're playing hard. I don't know what happened to Landon Jackson either. I think he turned an ankle, but those guys got them motivated and they're playing hard and starting to play smarter and starting to cover better.
Thanks, Coach.